Welcome in, everyone. I hope you guys are doing great as always, wherever you're watching from today. We have a very important and sad topic to discuss, and that is the cartels striking back, carrying out a deadly attack that is nothing short of tragic and horrific, and it really shows the level of evil we are dealing with when it comes to the drug cartels. We're going to break it all down. I'm going to give you my thoughts on how I think we should handle these scumbags. Although, of course, if you're a fan of this channel, you know very well how I feel, but this attack really sums it up, will really make you angry like it's made me angry. Before we get into all of that, please make sure to like and subscribe. Comment with your thoughts below on how you want to see President Donald Trump handle the drug cartels. Make sure to hit the bell so you always know when a new video is coming. You don't miss anything. Feel free to let me know how you feel the beard's coming in. A lot of you guys seem to think it's a good look. I'm going to keep it for at least a little bit longer. I'm enjoying it. But now let's get into this incredibly dark subject, this incredibly horrific attack that went down, carried out by the drug cartels. As we all know, President Donald Trump has made it a top priority to dismantle the drug cartels, whether that is through force, sanctions, whatever it might be. Trump has made it clear he's not going to tolerate these pieces of garbage pushing their poison, carnage, chaos, and violence into the United States. He has taken extreme steps, including spy flights, drone flights, putting entire sections of the border under military control, beefing up the border, sending heavy weapons to the border. He is making this situation as dire as it possibly could be, and he's making it clear we are not going to tolerate these horrific people ruining our country any longer. One of the issues is that Mexico, frankly, does not want to play ball with the United States. There's just really no other way to sum it up. The Mexican government has not been a great partner in this. They did just recently kill a top cartel official in Mexico that the U.S. had a $1 million bounty on. And we need to keep applying pressure to the Mexican government to make sure they do their job south of the border. Amid all these moves, as I've said before, it was always clear that the cartels were going to strike back at some point. It was always clear that the more pressure you put on the cartels, the more you backed them into a corner, the more you made them feel threatened like a wounded animal, they were eventually going to lash out. That was obvious. That was, I don't want to say the cost of doing business, but we all knew that was coming. And unfortunately, that is now exactly what has happened. Let me go ahead. I'll throw this up on the screen for you right here so you can see it. This comes from CBS News about a horrific attack that the drug cartels carried out in Mexico against the Mexican military that left many dead and wounded. It says an explosive device killed 6 soldiers and wounded 2 others in a western Mexican region racked by drug cartel violence, an official military report seen by AFP on Wednesday said. The blast late Tuesday near a town in I think it's pronounced Michoacan State, maybe Michoacan State, destroyed the armored vehicle in which the troops were traveling, according to the internal document. Military planes and helicopters were deployed to help the casualties, it said. President Claudia Sheinbaum described the deaths as deplorable and expressed solidarity with the victims. Warring criminals in the region have a history of planting improvised landmines and attacking security forces with explosive-laden drones. Several soldiers have been killed in similar explosions in the past. Criminal violence, most of it linked to drug trafficking, has claimed around 480,000 lives in Mexico since 2006 and left more than 120,000 people missing. U.S. President Donald Trump has designated 6 Mexican drug trafficking groups terrorist organizations, fueling speculation that he might order military strikes against them. Michoacan, where the deadly bombings took place, has been plagued by violence as a turf war rages between the influential Jalisco New Generation Cartel and local criminal groups. So there you have it. 6 soldiers in Mexico were killed in a bombing attack, clearly targeting the Mexican military in response to the increased pressure that the United States government is putting on, as well as increased pressure that the Mexican government's putting on. And now 6 brave soldiers are dead, others wounded. They had to send in resources to help with casualties. It's all in all an absolutely terrible tragedy, an evil attack. But the question is, where do we go from here? How should this be handled? Let's get into that right now. More than anything, this unbelievably sadistic and evil attack really shows who we are dealing with when it comes to the drug cartels. Now, this attack did not happen in the United States. It didn't target the U.S. military. It targeted members of the Mexican military. But don't think for 1 second, not 1 second, that the cartels might not try to do the exact same thing on the border. These people need to be dealt with. I don't care if it's in handcuffs or body bags. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see these guys arrested or if you want to see them put in the dirt. I'm fine with either one. The fact that they are brazen enough to target the military just goes to show the kind of threat we're dealing with. They're using explosives, IEDs, drones. They are, as I've said many times before, no different than a terrorist organization. That's what they are. We should call them what they are. They are terrorists. They are evil pieces of garbage. And if you think for 1 second that they won't attempt to do the same thing here in the U.S. as the pressure gets ratcheted up, you're kidding yourself. You're living with your head in the sand if that's what you believe. There's no lengths these people won't go to. There is no lengths the drug cartels won't go to when it comes to inflicting carnage and protecting their drug empires. They will kill anyone who gets in their way. Not only will they poison our country and kill 100,000 American citizens a year, they'll kill anyone that they think represents a threat. And that is why we need to take a hammer and absolutely smash these people into a million pieces. And furthermore, the Mexican government previously said they would not accept the United States military's help. They would not accept United States troops going into Mexico to take out the cartels. Now, as I've also said previously, I don't really care what the Mexicans think. I don't care what the Mexican government thinks. I don't care if the Mexican government thinks we should or shouldn't be in there. They had the opportunity to clean this mess up themselves and could not get the job done. So that means we're going to have to do it for them. But now, after this attack that left 6 Mexican soldiers dead in an explosion, the Mexican government and Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum should be welcoming the U.S. military with open arms. She should be begging for the U.S. military to come in and save her country, protect her country. If she had any common sense at all, this attack, this unbelievably evil terrorist attack, she would be on the phone with Trump today saying, send in the troops. I've changed my mind. I need your help. I can't do it alone. Please come bail us out. Eradicate this cancer from my country. That's what she should be doing. Now, will she actually do that? I doubt it. Seems like the Mexican government is afraid to go after the cartels. Seems like the Mexican government, for whatever reason, is scared of its own shadow. We need to deal with these people because if we don't stop them down there, the reality is we'll soon have them right here. And they've already got tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, of their people in the United States. They represent a grave threat to our national security and the safety of this country. And we should show no mercy. Forgiveness is between them and God. That's not what I'm concerned about. Our job is to eliminate the threat, and we should do it by any means necessary. And the Mexican government needs to come to its senses, get on the phone, tell Trump they want help, send in the troops, send in the Rangers, send in Delta Force, point where these guys are, and I promise you our great, beautiful military will take care of the rest from there. It's a horrific situation. It's a brutal and bloody reminder of what these scumbags are capable of. And if we don't stop the threat there, we'll soon have to stop it in our own streets, even worse than we already do. I want to know your thoughts, though. Comment below. How do you want to see Trump handle the drug cartels? What do you think of this terrible attack? Make sure to like and subscribe. Hit the bell so you always know when there's a new video. And as always, I'll see you all next time.